Before life rewards you, it tests your silence. In a noisy world, your silence becomes your superpower. Everyone is shouting for attention, but the strongest people, they move in silence. Denzel Washington often talks about staying grounded, being still, preparing quietly when nobody's clapping for you. He reminds us that destiny doesn't arrive when you're loud. It arrives when you're ready. Matthew McConaughey says the same thing in his own way. Let life unfold. Let rhythm guide you. Stop forcing outcomes. Joe Rogan reminds us to disconnect from the world so you can reconnect with yourself. When you quiet the world, your true voice finally speaks. David Goggins built himself in silence when no one believed in him. No cameras, no applause, just pain and a promise. He teaches us this: the loudest transformations happen in the quietest rooms. In silence, you stop chasing life, and life starts moving toward you. You don't need to announce your goals. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to explain your vision. Just stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay aligned. Silence sharpens your mind. Silence deepens your focus. Silence reveals your path. And when the right moment comes, when the world is finally ready, your greatness will speak for itself. So stop forcing outcomes. Stop explaining yourself. Stop shouting at life. Trust your silence. Trust your preparation. Trust your timing. When you stay silent, everything comes naturally. You know, people think silence is empty. But the longer you live, the more you realize silence is full of answers you were too distracted to hear. There were years in my life, years where I talked too fast, moved too fast, tried too hard to prove I belonged. But silence doesn't negotiate. It doesn't flatter your ego. It waits. And when you're finally tired enough, broken enough, humble enough, that's when silence starts teaching. I've fought many battles in my life. Some people saw the victories, but the real war was never outside. It was inside. In the moments when the world was loud and my soul whispered, "Sit, listen, this pain is trying to tell you something." Silence doesn't heal you instantly. It heals you honestly. It holds a mirror up to your fear, your insecurity, your excuses, and it tells you the truth you've been running from. You cannot outrun your own mind. You want to become someone unstoppable, someone unshakable? Then learn to sit alone, not with your phone, not with the noise of the world, but with the raw version of yourself. Because mastery is not built in the spotlight. It's built in the hours when no one is watching, when the only voice left is the one you've ignored for years. Most people aren't afraid of silence. They're afraid of the truth that rises in silence. Afraid of realizing how much time they've wasted, how many dreams they abandoned, how many versions of themselves they buried. But silence gives you something noise never will: clarity. The kind of clarity that cuts through the fog, that rearranges your priorities, that makes you walk a little straighter, speak a little less, and move with a purpose people can feel. I've seen men break in noise and rise in silence. I've seen people drown in their own thoughts because they never slowed down enough to understand them. I've watched entire lives change the moment someone realized, my peace is more important than their approval. So if there's one thing I've learned after everything life has thrown at me, it's this. The world may reward noise, but life rewards silence. Because in silence, you're no longer performing. You're no longer pretending. You're no longer seeking validation. You're just you. Raw, honest, unfiltered. And in that stillness, you finally become the person you were always meant to be. Stay silent, stay steady, and watch how everything, absolutely everything, starts coming to you naturally.